What do you think is going to happen with young men if you tell them that everything that makes them a man is terrible and toxic? I want to watch this Taylor Swift. Is it called I'd Be a Man? What is it called?
Something
The
like
Man.
that.
The Man.
The
Okay.
Man.
So I want to watch this Taylor Swift video with you, The Man. A lot of people have been talking about it. I hate to say this. I feel like a lot of conservatives have missed the boat, just saying this video sucks, not really lasering in on what's wrong with the video. And I want to know, before you watch this show, comment, tell me, what is the most egregious error, inaccuracy, or outright sin that separates us from our maker in this video? Because it is that severe. And let me know below. I will say this is my problem with this video. We're going to go through the entire video. What's the point, Audio Wade? Is it just, does this video, it assumes that men get no criticism toward the end of the video?
Yeah, that they don't get directed on set.
Yeah, right.
There's absolutely
Yes.
Yeah, that never happened. Right?
Yes, that men, we somehow, like every single joke that gets pitched makes air.
Oh, absolutely.
So long as you have a penis here. I don't understand this idea.
how it works.
You know,
What's my
would I make
excuse?
it if I was a man? I don't know. Depends on how good you are. And something before we get to the entire video, let's take this in context. Taylor Swift is was a country music star. Okay, came up in the country music industry.
Right, yeah.
Can anyone name me any era, any point in country music where are we supposed to believe that someone said, okay, Taylor Swift, you might be talented for a 14-year-old girl, but in this industry, country music, you're going to have to work twice as hard because you're a lady. I mean, Patsy Cline, Loretta Lynn, but Dolly Parton, Taylor Swift, Shania Twain, Faith Hill. Like, you have George Strait and maybe Randy Strait, but there are just as many women who are successful as men.
Pretty even.
The music industry is very much a meritocracy. Why? Because women can be just as good, if not better than men. When it comes to strength records, sports, not so much, just because you're weaker and more frail and we want to watch them. The reason men don't want to watch women play sports is for the same reason we don't want to watch semi-pro men play sports. We want to see the best possible athlete that we can, and we know that in any given sport, aside from maybe checkers, and even then the results are surprisingly one-sided, it's not a woman. So let's go through this and maybe we can try and make some sense of it. This is The Man from Taylor Swift. Copyrights ahoy. All right, that's enough of this.
Directed
and owned. She said owned by too.
Yeah, good for her.
Right,
we get it.
nice.
We get it. You took on Spotify and you won, sweetheart. Really? We understand. No, I get it.
job.
Sweetheart is now sexist as well.
Oops.
That's the voice of The Rock. Okay, so she says, could you be a little sexier? What's the implication? As though that never happens with men. And then she turns to the woman and says, everything you've done is astonishing, as though that's what happens with men on sets.
Right.
Like, no one has ever been criticized or told that they need to show up on weight, looking good for role. Okay, let's do a little exercise here. Let's go to Jumanji. Let's take Jumanji. The Rock is in Jumanji. Can anyone really name the girl in Jumanji?
No.
Probably not. How much do you want to bet that if The Rock showed up to Jumanji, okay, if he showed up overweight, fat, they would say, okay, you know what, Dwayne Johnson, we're gonna put Jumanji on hold, this entire production, okay? Come back when you look like the Rock.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whereas to the woman, they just say, hey, you know what, just don't get fat. That's fine. Guys are gonna want to sleep with you anyway. And if you watch Taylor Swift's documentary, she just talks about how she recently discovered burritos. She's like, I'm eating burritos. You know who doesn't get to eat burritos? The Rock! And I know some of you are saying, well, I've seen his cheat day on Instagram. No. That's bullshit. That's also bullshit without the body-altering chemicals that are being injected, by the way, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea. Of course, most stars who are the high school drama club film geek who then turn into superhero action stars have never touched a needle or steroids. I'm sure that your high school drama geek makes a great Superman. But my point here is this. Just think about this for a second. She uses The Rock's voice while trying to perpetuate this idea, this myth, that men are not held to any kind of physical standards whatsoever.
Yeah.
That men aren't directed, that men are just not criticized, that somehow what you think that men become doctors, men become directors, men become actors, men become musical artists just because they have a penis and we're in some kind of a club? What do you think it's like the Dick Illuminati? How do you think this works? And
Illuminati?
The Illuminati.
Oh my gosh.
We meet on Tuesdays. Double secret patriarchy meeting. And you know what is really corrosive about this? I want you to tell me what you thought, because I know there was a big reaction with this, but I think a lot of people sort of missed it, just saying, oh, this is bad, or this is whining. No, this is really bad for young men. Okay? Because I get it that at some point, of course, there was a disproportionate amount of power for men. Women maybe didn't get a fair shake. We've had that. There have always been imbalances of power throughout human history. But that hasn't happened anytime recently. So whether you're perpetuating the idea of 77 cents on the dollar, or that women are being shunned fund. Like there's a goaltender, there's a French Canadian with a Jason Voorhees mask in front of the STEM classes going, no, see, go back to your class and nursing, Collis. That's not what happens. That is not what happens. And so when you lie about this and you try to give women a leg up at the cost of men, and you tell men that they are all villains and that they are all pieces of crap, I'm worried about seeing the young men, meaning people who are still in high school, who are still in junior high, who watch this and go, oh, okay, so you say I'm a piece of crap? All right, then I'll be a piece of crap. We talk about this with extremes in politics, that you push people toward the fringes, the edges of society. What do you think is going to happen with young men if you tell them that everything that makes them a man is terrible and toxic? You know what they're going to say? I'm not going to hold a door for a woman. I'm not going to get married until alimony laws change. Oh, you want to be equal? You think we're crappy? Well, I guess what? This whole rule of never hit a woman, that's out the window. You touch me, bang, I'm going to Max Bear you. And the next person with a little jab nothing is going to disconnect your brain tissue, because that's how men treat other men. Men treat men far more poorly than they treat women. And if women want to be treated like men, I don't think they know what that is like at the hands of another man. We are far softer, kinder, gentler, more generous, empathetic toward women than we are to other men. So if you want to wonder if you were a man, what kind of treatment you would get, all right, go pop a hidden camera into a men's locker room. Don't do it because it's a felony, but
Never real.
Just look at how men interact with each other when women aren't around. It's not a secret club where we give everyone a leg up. We usually tear each other down. I am just concerned what this will do for an entire generation of young men who've been vilified and demonized, and at a certain point, they are just going to become what you are accusing them of actually being, even though they're not. Hey, if you like this video, be sure to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, hit the notification bell, hit all notifications. We have new videos that go up every day, as well as, of course, an entire show not available on YouTube at louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub. If you did not like this show, please comment below and address your comments to Gerald. Be sure to do that. Also, his Twitter.